Okay, so here we are post race Sunday afternoon. We started this morning at 7:30 this morning, Toby. Toby and I did the swim together. I was part of a team relay. Toby was doing the whole race by himself. We took an inside lane, taking the stream out. You got to a really good start. Took about 20 metres out of me on the swim. But I put my head down and found those big feet of yours. How did you find the swim today, Toby?
Yeah, I found it really fast actually. It's nice for me, having rowed on that stretch of water for the best part of sort of 12 years of my life as a rower, and then nice to come back and swim where I've spent years and years training as an athlete, as a rower, to be there. So I thought it was really nice and really enjoyed it.
So we went up on the right hand side. It was a 2-lap course today, 1.9 1900 metres swim. You took it out. I was on your feet. Any sighting issues today?
No, it's okay. I was initially worried about the sort of like the storms and the weather we've had recently. I thought it was going to cause a bit of an issue, but it was alright. Just kept myself to the right hand side, cut across to the left, 2 laps of the course and straight out. So wasn't really a problem, and just really enjoyed doing a local event.
Good. So we exited at the river. I was right on Toby's feet. Then we had about a 400 metre run through the field up to T1. I handed over to Matt, who was the team biker. How did the bike go for you today, Matt?
So obviously initially I got out of transition first because Toby had to get his wetsuit off and everything, and I was slow to get on the bike.
You were out first on the bike, weren't you?
Yeah, I was out first, but Toby was close behind, and I was very, very surprised at how quickly he managed to take me on the out and back to the Henley roundabout.
Toby, were you surprised about that? How quickly you caught up Matt?
I had a bit of a tactic this morning.
Okay.
So I just thought, I don't know how busy the roads are going to get later on in the race. We just sort of got to go out quite hard and try and get in front of any of the traffic and just try and get as much of the race done as quickly as possible. So that was my tactic. I didn't know whether I was going to have enough legs for the run section, but sometimes you just got to be bold and just give it a go.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought that you went off too hard almost. I was wondering, has he gone off too hard, or is this his plan?
Okay, so the bike loop was fairly undulating today. It was a 3-lap course on the bike. A few of us went out in the car, picked up some photos of Toby, and then we saw you on your final lap. But then you had a bit of mechanical, if I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it always makes it a little bit more exciting, doesn't it? Everything's out in the lead, everything's fine, perfect. Just coming into the last couple of kilometres, and a little bit of a flint on the road just got into my tyre, and I got a puncture. And then that's the moment that your head goes down. You go, oh God, all that hard work you put in going up the hills and try and get the lead, then just disappears like that. So a few minutes on the side of the road, I managed to get it sorted.
You've had a bit of practice, I hear. A few punches in
I don't know. I'm hoping I'm going to get a spate or some good luck in the future. But I got myself back on the road. But then your legs are a bit funny to start with, because you just suddenly stop like that. And then got myself into the transition as quickly as possible.
Okay, so Toby came into T2. Matt was about 90 seconds behind. Handed over to Tim, who was the other relay. He was our relay person, and I think you managed to hold off Tim for the first lap of the 4-lap course. I wasn't quite sure who I was looking for, but I did clock someone coming up quite fast, and I just assumed that was him. And at that point in the race, I just didn't have the legs to go at the speed he was going at. A couple of laps later, I then sort of checked him, could see him in the distance, but I just didn't have quite enough to be able to catch him back up again. Okay, so Tim was running on fresh legs, obviously. You'd already done the 1.9, the 90 Ks on the bike, and it looked like, from the spectator, from I was watching, it looked like he actually put all his effort in on lap 1 to catch you. Made a bit of maybe a 30-metre gap, and I think you held on to it for the rest of the race.
I held on to it, and I could see him always see him in my eye line, but I just didn't have quite enough legs today to be able to do it. But another day maybe.
So Toby finished the race in first place today in an awesome time of 4 hours 18 minutes. Sub 4:20 for half Ironman. This was Conquer the Chilterns. So it was not only was the run hilly, but the bike was hilly as well. So that really concludes today's post race interview. So thank you very much, and well done.
No problem, Mike. Well done.
Congratulations, and
Cheers.
well
Thank you
done.
very much.